So great. Let's continue with the make or buy decision. Make or buy decision. Hey, I shall not for. Make or buy decision. Although it's very far from the board. I'm not sure you can see, so let's do it well. I'll bring it middle. Make or buy decision. I'll stop our question on that and move on to shut down today and move on to relevant of the same day. And as soon as we are done, next meeting, I have to pick some issues and explain them to you. Yes, because I'm sensing something in your coming exams. I have to explain it. Yes. Okay, so make or buy decision. Now, make or buy decisions. Last week or in a previous lecture, we look at a situation where there is what a limiting factor. There's a scarce resources, or there's what unlimited resources. So today let's quickly look at some example where there's what scarce resources or where there's a limiting factor. Let's look at this particular question as you've tried already. Let's go straight to the point. Required. The advice M&M. M&M manufactured 3 components, SAT, using the same machines for each. The budget for next year calls for the production and a sum of 4,000 of each of the components. Is that the minimum? The variable production cost per unit of the final product is as follows. Variable production cost. Don't forget that this variable cost for exams, we break it down for you. Components, material, overhead, variable overheads. So take note. So the machines are, so that's the limiting factor. And then, yeah.
How do you do that machine?
Yes. Anytime we give a resource and just only one, we identify that one as what? The limiting factor. But if you go down here, only 24,000 hours of machine time will be available during the year. So therefore, the limiting factor is a machine arm, limited to what? 24,000 in a year. You can also confirm that by multiplying 3 by 4. 3, 2, 4, understand? 6, 9, so 9. 9 by 4,000 will give us what? 36,000. So therefore, we need 36,000 machine hours. But what we have here is 24,000. So therefore, the machine hour is what? A limiting factor or a bottleneck risk. Now, and a subcontractor has quoted the following unit prices for supplying components. So 29, 40, and what? 34, respectively. So we said that, how do you start that particular section? So the advice will be, so I'll start by saying, make or buy decision on top. That's the advice, bracket the advice. I'm advising the company. So I'll start. What are the 3 products? SAT. S, A, and then T. All right, my Ghana city here nicely. What is the variable cost of production? Variable cost of what? Production. Now we variable cost of production. 20, 30, and 36. Okay, and 24. Then buy-in price. So what is the buy-in price? That's the amount that the contractor or the subcontractor charge. So that's 29, 40, 34. 29, 40, 34. So you realize that in all instances, the variable cost of producing the goods can be cheaper than buying them outside. So that means you have to produce all the goods in here, but don't forget that there's a what? Limiting factor. Looking at the price, there's a limiting factor. That is it. Okay. So when we produce the goods, what are the savings? Any savings? So we are saving 1, we are saving 4, we are saving 9, not 1. Here we are saving what? 10. So that's savings when we produce. Savings when we produce the product by ourselves. Okay. Okay. Now, we bring the limiting factor, so machine time, right? So machine hour per unit. So what's the machine hour per unit? That's the limiting factor. So they give us the machine hour, and we will pick that one. 3, 2, 4. Originally there. So 3, 2, 4. Okay. So therefore, what is the savings per machine hour? So savings per machine hour. Savings per machine hour. So that will be 3 is in cities. So 3 cities, 2 cities, and what? 2.5 cities per machine hour. So now, the machine hour that we have, we don't have it in abundance. It's scarce. So it means that each machine hour that we use, you have to make sure that we are getting a great value before we can use it. It means that each machine hour that we use, we save the company what? 3 cities, 2 cities, and 2.5. So if you're a production manager, what of the products that you advise them to produce more? Don't forget, anytime the examiner asks you shadow price, they've asked before. I think last they asked, right? No, I said it before last sitting, yes. Shadow price. We can also refer to a dollar price. We call it marginal profit. Is this figures? 1, 2, 3. It is a price at which the total contribution or the total profit will increase by. You make a unit of the scarce resource available. That is it. So that is the shadow price. I think next week I have to talk about them on our next meeting. I will look at. Okay, so let's start the rank. So the rank could be first, second, and what? Third. So distribute the product in this order according to what? The shadow prices. Don't forget this is also called shadow price. Shadow price. Shadow price simple means is the amount or the price at which the total profit or total contribution will increase by if you make one additional unit of what the scarce resource available. That's the shadow price. Take note. Okay, so let's go to the resource allocation and optimum production plan. So I'll clean the top, just the top small and do that. Now that we know that they should produce it in this order, let's write them here. So production what? Plan. So rank. You start wherever your resource gets you, then you stop first, second, and third. What's the product? That's called first. First product was S. Third product was T. And then the second product was T. Third product have to be with A. So they've changed the arrangement. Then demand. The units. The units here, each of them, the minimum demand is what? Or the maximum demand is 4,000. So, and then the limiting factor. So here to be machine hour and total machine hours. So the first product on the list is S. S, the demand is 4,000. You have to produce 4,000. What's the limiting factor per unit? It's 3. So 3 hours. When you multiply by this, you get 12,000 hours. Okay. You get 12,000 hours. So therefore, let me know how many hours. So far, they have about 24,000 hours. And now we use 12,000. So let's see the next one, T. T2, the demand, sorry, S. The demand should be for the 0. The demand is 4,000. For the limiting factor for T. T is 4, right? 4. Okay, so if I multiply this by 4, I'll get something like what? By 4. T is 4, right? So 16,000, right? If I add 12 plus 16, I'll get 28, which we know that what? The limiting factor. So we cannot produce the 4. So we cannot produce what? The 4. So take note that we cannot produce the 4. All what we can produce is this. We cannot produce the 4,000. So we have to now bring 20,000 here. Whatever left is supposed to be 24,000. So if I take 12,000 from it, left with what? 12,000. So we can only produce with the 12,000. And then 4 hours. If I have 12,000 hours available and each unit consumes 4 hours, how many units can I produce with this 12,000 hours available? I can produce what? 3,000. That is all. So therefore, they should make this. The rest they should go and buy. That's all. Make S 4,000, T 3,000. What about buy? Buy. They should buy T 1,000. And they should buy A 4,000 of A. So that is make or buy with what? Limiting factor. It's not difficult. Too straightforward. Too straightforward. Okay. Now let's move on with the second set of the question. Now the second set of the question, I think I've loaded it on the page. So that's a good one. Let's try this particular question. Okay, so let's start the game. The requirements is at the bottom there. So just go to the bottom there. Should shellfish make or buy the components? Question mark. Should they make or they should buy? How we get it? So far, all the questions that we solved, they are what? Limiting factor in the question. How do you know there is a limiting factor? There's a limiting factor when they give us the available resources. That is all. Let's start. Chef code 4 components W, X, Y, and Z, for which costs in the forthcoming year are expected to be as follows. Production units. So they are there. 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 3,000. Unit marginal cost. What is of marginal cost? The word marginal cost simply means variable cost. We also call it direct costing. We also call it out of pocket or costing. Yes. The variable costs are direct material, direct labor, and then variable production overhead. So this is the breakdown. This is a breakdown. Good. So all of them are there. Directly attributable fixed costs per annum and committed fixed costs as follows. So all of them are there. Incurred as direct consequence of making W. That's this, that. Now let's see the note. They are saying that directly attributable fixed costs are all items of cash expenditure that are incurred as a direct consequence of making the product in-house. So when you make the product, you incur a fixed cost. Like you go and buy the product, you get that fixed cost. Some of the fixed costs could be avoided if you go and buy one of the products. So take note. If you go and then buy the product, you don't have to go and then buy production machine. So those fixed production costs could be what? Avoided. Yes. So that is the game and that's the plan. That's where we are heading towards. A subcontractor has offered to supply units of WX and then Z for $12, 21, 10, and 14 respectively. Should the company make or they should buy? Here, there's no limiting factor in here. No scarce resources. Obviously, what side there's no scarce resources? It didn't mention any resource, which is what limited supply. It means that the company is operating at what spare capacity. This question is for what spare capacity. So we said that there are two situations when you're operating at what full capacity and what spare capacity. Then I will pick a question where we combine the two together and trouble use more. Yes, and some in the machine we have. So great. Okay, so let's go to the board again and just write make or buy. 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 So let's see. Make or buy decision. Here there's no limiting factor. So look at how we do it. Still, we have to find the savings. If there's no limiting factor, that one is a bit straightforward. Find the savings, don't rank them. No limiting factor, so no need any ranking. After you determine the savings, then you look forward to look at for the one that gives us the highest saving upon what making, then you make these ones. Or the one that will give you highest savings upon buying, and go and buy those ones. That's all. So let's see. Here we start by saying still the same procedure. So X W X. After the arranging there. Let's go to the question. W, X, Y, Z. Okay. So W, X, Y, and what? Z. Don't forget the currency. Today we are reporting what? Dollars. So what's the variable cost? Variable cost like 14, pick the total, 17, 7, and then 12. Now what's the buy-in price? So 12, 21, 10, and 14. 10 and 14. Okay, so over here, please, with the make or buy where there's no limiting factor, you can make any of them the subject. For instance, some of the okay, look at the differences. This one is what? This one is 2. Okay, so it's savings when you buy, right? Or additional cost when you what? Make. Thank you. So right, okay, savings or additional costs of, let's say, buying. So savings, all the savings are positive. So over here, there's a what? Additional cost of what? Buying of what? -4. Additional cost of -4. So it means that such situation, if we make the buying the subject, right? We are considering the buying point. Yes. Because here there's no what? There's no limiting factor. So the one that will give us the highest savings upon buying, go and buy those ones. Over here too, savings, right? Over here, it will cost us additional what? 3 to go and buy outside. What about here? It will cost additional 2 to go and buy what? Outside. Then we should rather make it, right? Now what happens is when you buy, you save certain things. You save fixed costs. Yeah, when you buy, some of the direct fixed costs will be saved. So let's see, let's find the total savings. So let's multiply these individual ones by the overall unit. So the overall units are production W, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, and what? 3,000 in that order. So 1,000, 2, 4, 3. Okay, so that would be 1,000. So the total, let me bring the unit here so that we know the workings in. So units produced, production unit over here is 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, and what? 3,000. So what's the total savings plus additional cost when you buy? This will be 2,000, right? And this will be minus 8,000. Agreed. Minus 8,000, right? And this will be minus 12,000. And this will be minus 6,000. Okay. Then let's see, there's a direct fixed cost there. And those fixed costs, the company will save the fixed costs upon buying. Some of the direct fixed production costs will be saved if you go and buy the goods outside. So let's pick those fixed costs, and they are here. They say incurred as direct consequence of W. So W is 1,000. So W is 1,000. So say fixed cost. W is 1,000. Put it down. We have 5,000, 6,000. Okay. Then from 6,000, we have 8,000, right? Okay, now let's go to the board and then let's sum them up. Okay, so now if you put them together, what's the total savings and total cost or net savings? So net savings. So this will be 3,000, right? When I buy the total savings of 3,000. This one is so additional cost of what? 3,000 when I buy. For that of Y, additional cost of 6,000 when they buy. But for that of Z, they will save 2,000 when they buy. So let's assume that you are the production manager. Which of the products or which of the components will advise the company to buy? Which of them do you advise the company to make in-house? So let's see. So first line, let's see the answer that you give us. Which of the products the company should make? Which of them they should buy? Looking at the net savings, they are saving 3,000 when they buy W. They will incur additional cost of 3,000 when they buy X. They will incur additional cost of 6,000 when they buy Y. And finally, they will save 2,000 when they buy Z. So they should make X and then Y. And they should buy the rest. So they should make X and Y. Yes. Here they don't have good and buy W and what? Z. Perfect. Here they don't have elementary factor. They can make all the four products. But here they can make everything. There's no scarce resources here. They can make everything. So that's why they didn't tell them, oh, they should make 2,000 each of these and go and buy. No. They can make everything. Just that they want to see the one that will produce the least cost and then move on. So in short, they should make the one that will cost them high to buy. And they should do what? Buy those that they will save money on. In short, they should buy W and Z and make X and Y. Look at their position. Very nice position. Look at it. On that note, I'm done with the make or buy decision. We pick two questions on where there's what? Limiting factor, and just a question on where there's no what? Limiting factor. There's a question that I'll give out for you to try for me. Combination. Very terrible. Combine the two together and do something there. Now let's go to shutdown. Shutdown decisions, and the rest is question solving. Shutdown decision. Shutdown. Shutdown simple means at what point in time do you have to stop producing certain products or operating certain division? You can't just wake up early morning and say that, oh, I'm making consistent losses, so I'm not continuing again. So that means that all these losses, you can't put them. So like ICA, you are not getting it, so you say you are stopping. So all those man that you put ICA, you want them to like take it for free like that. No, you can't stop. Down there. You cannot stop. Don't even if ICA intentionally failed you for maybe 6 consecutive times, don't even think of stopping. It's not part of the game. Okay. So at what point in time do you stop? Yes, come on there. You go to a serious situation, say this one can stop the program. Don't continue. Now, before you stop, you have to perform a calculation to back your decision. That is all. So for shutdown, let's perform some calculation to see whether it makes sense, financially sense for us to shut down. Probably this product that I say are going to stop producing it. Probably the one that's saving you bearing some of the fixed costs for you. Yes, this program that I say you are stopping, probably the one that's shaping, encouraging you to learn harder and hard. Because if you're doing the other program, you won't be learning like that. And it's a program that's like probably it let you stay up to date. So you are saying consider the other factors and do not shut down. Now, before I start the calculation, we can also ask you what are the qualitative factors to be considered before one you shut down, two before you buy or before you make. We have to make or buy. What are the qualitative qualities? Now, when they ask for qualitative characteristics or qualitative factors to be considered before buying the product, we are just talking about the supply, the one that will supply the product to you. One, check whether the supplier is reliable. Those factors: reliability of the supplier, trustworthy, quality, can meet the demand, your expectation. Some people ask for, let's say, 4,000 products, and now they are calling you that the last minute they are coming, they will come with 1,000 with full of explanation. Even they will not even call you before coming over. See how they are packed there, as if they got the 4,000 you requested. They will close it down, you count this 1,000. But asking for 4,000. So I said that let's go inside and go and talk. So factors, qualitative factors, because that one, we forget about the numerical calculation, the figures. We don't care about the figures. We care about what quality, the quality of the supplier. Will be able to meet the demand? Will it be able to supply to me fast, the time that I need it? And then, can he pre-finance it? Yes. Normally, if you enter government contracts, they expect you to pre-finance the supply of the goods later on, then they pay your money. Good. So all those factors to be considered. These are a bit straightforward questions that they can probably answer. So let's pick our first questions on the shutdown decisions. Okay, great. So let's look at a trial work. Let's try this question. Shutdown decision. That's question one. On the limiting factor. Question one. Limiting factor. Okay, let's look at question one. The A. Question 1A. Question 1A. Okay. Question 1A. Okay, so let's look at this. A company manufactures 3 products: pounds, rooks, and bishops. The present net annual income for this is as follows. So all of them are the sales, less variable cost, contribution, less fixed cost, you get profit or loss. I can see that rooks is making some losses here, so there's a loss of 3,000. The mere fact that there's a loss does not suggest that we should shut down the production of goods. Let's see. The company is considering whether or not to cease selling goods. It is felt that selling prices cannot be raised or lowered without adversely affecting net income. Okay. 5,000 of the fixed cost of goods are direct fixed costs, which will be saved if the production ceased. All other fixed costs would remain the same. So let's go to goods. What's the fixed cost of goods? The fixed cost over there is 18,000, right? So out of the 18,000, direct one is what? 5,000. And the rest is what? 13,000. That is for the general or pure fixed cost. Okay. Let that work. So the question is, let's go to the requirement. Consider whether the company should cease production and sales under each of the scenario A and B. So all of them are different scenarios. So let's look at the first scenario. We've read it. So let's see. The solution. Get examiner. That production of station of roofs. So shut down decision. So bracket roofs go. After by saying this. Now all what you have to do is this: in shutdown, all revenue that you will get after shutting down one side, less all costs, that's all. Also one side, the net answer. If the net answer is positive, that examiner, they should not shut down. The net answer is for negative, they should go ahead and shut down. That's all. What are the examples of revenue or income under this one? Is there any cost that they will save? All costs that they will save now is one part of revenue. Any cost that the company will save when they shut down is part of what? The income upon what? Closing. One of them is the fixed cost, the direct fixed cost. So we check the direct fixed cost. When the company shut down, they will save that. And sometimes they will tell them, okay, if the company shut down, there's some material that special material that we use. You will save that material to produce another goods. That will bring money of, let's say, 10,000. That's part of the revenue. To bring it in. So all benefits that you would derive for shutting down, just bring them. And then less cost of what? Shutting down. The cost is that is. Is there any cost that you incur? Now, some of them, one is the contribution for one. All the contribution that you lose when you probably shut down. So here's contribution forgone. Contribution forgone, and this is what fixed cost saved. That's all. You compare these two, and then sometimes you have some orders or have some contract with the customer that always have to supply this particular product to that customer. And if you cancel that contract, it will amount to a penalty of thousands. It's also what? A cost. Can you bring it? That's all. So for this question, or for this product, let's go and see. When they shut down, which of the items, which of the costs could the company save? They say that 5,000 of the fixed cost of goods are direct fixed costs, which would be saved if production was ceased. That's the first income that I bring. So first one, fixed cost saved 5,000. So that's right, fixed cost saved 5,000. The first one will be what? Fixed cost saved 5,000. So fixed cost that they will save 5,000. Fixed cost they will save 5,000. Is there any other cost that they will incur? So that the cost that they will incur? Contribution forgone, right? Is there any contribution that they will lose? Contribution forgone. That's some contribution here. Contribution here was 15,000. I'm using there. 40 minus 25, making what? 15. So when I shut down, they will lose this 15,000 and so that's the cost to them. So less what? Contribution forgone. 15,000. What do you get? Therefore, this will give us 10,000 negative. So net what? Net cost on shutting down. So net loss. So net loss or net cost on shutting down. So should the company shut down or they should not shut the production of fruits? Once it's negative, once you are getting loss, they should move ahead and what? Shut down production of fruits. So hence, from the above, hence the company should cease producing what? Brooks. Guidance. Brooks.
We are only stressing the question.
The question is, why do we selected only looks and then work on? We didn't look at the entire one. And what the question is straightforward like this, just single the one that you are looking for and work on it. Sometimes there's a question I'm going to pick and you say, that question is a bit complicated. And then shutting down of one cause another one to increase. And that one you cannot bring it here. So you have to, at the end of the day, you have to produce a new statement on all of them. So this is alternative. You can also provide the workings where that one, you provide the total profit, you find the total what? Profit of all what? Three products before shutting down so much. And that's what is in the question. So let's go to the question. The profit over there. So 3,000 minus 3,000, 0. 5,000 plus 5,000. Okay. 5,000 plus 5,000. So now the total profit before the shutdown is what? 10,000. So I'll put the 10,000 here. So total profit before shutdown is 10,000. So now come back again and say total profit after what? Shutdown. So I have to prepare the entire 4 products, their profit statements, and put them together. If the profit increases, then it go ahead in that order. So that is the section that we are talking about. But here it's so straightforward, so simple. So that's why we probably provide for this. We'll put a question where we cannot do this way. Because sometimes when you shut down the production of one like this, it will affect the other. The demand of other also will increase. It can also increase additional cost from somewhere. It can also reduce cost at one point other. So let's take note of that. Okay, let's go to the B and then. So the B is saying that suppose, however, that it were possible to use the resources released by stopping production of fruits to produce a new item known as which will be sell for 50,000 cedis and incur a variable cost of what? 30,000 and extra direct fixed cost of 6,000. So this is it. Like I said, anytime you are calculating for shutdown decision, put your mind on the one that the decision that will give us what? The highest net profit or the net gain. That's all. If we shut down and it will be profit, why not? We shut down right now. Good. So let's look at this. So it seems like here there's additional gain, right? They will sell it for 50 and a variable cost of 30. So additional contribution of what? 20,000. Where there's a direct fixed cost of what? 6,000. How do you get it? Direct fixed cost of 6,000. So therefore, if 20,000 minus 6, that's 14. So there's what? A gain of 14,000 that they are getting from elsewhere. I just offset the loss of 10,000. They get a profit of what? 4,000. In short, let's go ahead and what? 6. But let's perform a calculation to it. So you start like this. That particular question start like this. Even though you could have just continued and said, okay, gain from shutting down or gain from the production of what canvas is 14,000. So therefore the net answer is what? 4,000. So they should go ahead and what? Shut down because there's a net gain. But I'm not starting like that. I'm going to go through this now. First, we are saying that add all the income together. All the income when they shut down. The first income is what? Sales of the harness, which is 50,000, right? Then add the first cost saved. Add the first cost saved, which is 5,000, right? So the total income or the total amount that the company will save will be what? 55,000, right?
The first cost saved was the other one.
Now the first cost saved for roofs. The first cost saved for roofs is 55,000 less what? Costs. The following cost. Number one, contribution foregone, or we can start from the variable cost. Variable costs of producing harness. They are saying that it's 40,000, right? Let me put that one here, 40,000. Let's add the direct fixed cost. Direct fixed cost is 5,000, right? And you add
5,000.
direct fixed cost is 6,000. Now you add the contribution foregone.
The variable cost is
The variable cost is 30,000. Okay, so the variable cost is 30. The variable cost is 30. So you add contribution foregone, which is 15,000, right? Okay, so putting all these three together, that's the total cost when they shut down. So 30 plus 15, 45 plus 6, that gives us 51. So the total cost will be what? 51,000. Taking it from the total revenue, you get what? Net gain of there will be a net gain of 4,000, right?
That's the contribution you took that for rules. The contribution for us.
Yes. So therefore, you should proceed immediately. Yes, Adam. You should go ahead and then Cut down the production of goods because there's profit in here, or there's a net gain. So that note, that's the end of the game. Now what level is question solving? There are some nice questions here that we have to apply them. Question number 4. Question number 4 is your own. 4 is your own. Question 4 is your own. So if I do one, we do one to one marking. Let's look at it together. Step by step. Don't jump any step. Move slowly. Question like this, we cannot use what we call the incremental method. You can use it too, but you confuse yourself along the line. So let's use the totality. Okay, so the question is, should Target PLC shut down the division D, or they should retain? Now, the total profit is 30,000, as you can see here, right? When the company retained division D, the profit is 36, right? Thank God the examiner have not done that for us. What leverage was when they shut down division D, what will be the total profit? So just calculate the total profit when they shut down division D. So at the end of the day, you compare these two profits together. You want to give us your direct profit. How we get it? So let's see. The first, Target PLC had 4 divisions. The income statement for the year ended 2018 presented by financial accountants. Oh, okay. Sales revenue, all of them are there. Cost of sales. Don't forget that the accountant is what you call absorption. So the cost of sales is the full cost of sales. So that means you do what variable cost of sales plus fixed production overhead. Take note. Gross profit is there. Selling and then administrative costs is also there. Net income, all of them are there. Note the account. The cost of sales are 9,000, 12,000, 11,000, and 13,000. Now, these figures are part of this cost of sales that you see here. They are specific. They are not variable. They are not variable cost of sales. They are specific cost of sales, not variable. They are specific to product A, product B. That the cost of sales for A before it made up of a specific of 9,000. The variable was 55,000, something like that, right? Good. So that is that. Let's continue. Variable cost of sales is 50% of sales revenue. Wow. That's easy. Now, variable cost of sales is what? 50%. So if I find 50% of 86, give me what? The variable cost of sales. The variable cost represents 50%. Thank you. Then variable selling and administrative cost is 5% of sales revenue. Can we do this calculation for me? Let me rely on the second part. The same variable cost of sales is 50% of sales revenue, right? Can we find 50%? Let's rely on A. 50% of 86,000. What do you get? 50% of 86,000. Mm. 50% of 86,000 is 43,000, right? Okay, yes, I'll take that. What about the B? 50% of the sales for B will be now 46,000, right? Okay, that's fine. So that's 43, 46. Perfect. So these are the answers that you are producing. Though. Okay. So now, if the sales revenue over there, we find 50% representing what the variable cost. Go to the same A. What's the total cost of sales? Total cost of sales that we see for A. If the total cost of sales for A is 42, as the total cost of sales for A, right? Less 43 from it, less 43. Okay, so that's 21,000. Great. 21,000. And the 21,000 is what they've given to us as what a specific fixed cost here to be 912. That order. Okay, so we're done with the analysis of the variable cost of sales. After I get the variable cost of sales, you subtract the remaining portion. So now I left with the first cost is 21,000 for that of A, right? How do you get 21,000? B, what do you get? So can you locate all the first cost for the product for me? 21 for A. How do you know how you can get a first cost, right? Just find the 50% of the sales revenue. Whatever you get, subtract it from the cost of sales given to us. So we sum all together, and that's what will give us the fixed production cost. Is 26,000. Okay, so 21 plus 26, right? So far we have 47. Okay, let's move on. We'll do for all of them. Okay, so 30,000. Yes, the cost of sales minus the variable cost. Okay, so now what happened is this. I think this calculation I have to do it here. Let's go to the board. Great. Now I'll take the cost of sales. I'll put A here, I'll put B, I'll put C, and I'll put D here. I want to perform some small calculation. This is not part of the solution there.
I know we use.
Once this is cost of sales, it includes two items: variable cost and what? Fixed cost. And this question have three issues, three types of fixed cost here. The main cost of sales is here, cost of sales. So for A, we had from the question 64, right? And then B, 72, then C, 80, then 94. Then the variable one is variable cost of sales. Say 50% of what? Variable cost represents 50% of sales. 50% of sales, we have 43,000, right? And then we had 46,000, right? For the second one. Then we had 51, right? 51 or 55, half of C. Let's go to C. C will be 50% of 102 and D. So 51 and 55, right? Okay, so 51,000. So 55. Again, less the specific cost or the direct cost. Direct cost. What's the direct cost here? They give us some direct cost or specific cost of sales. Specific cost of sales 9,000, 12,000, 11,000, or 10,000. So coming down to 9,000, 11,000, 9,000, and 12,000. So 12,000 and 11,000, right? Then 13,000. Then 13,000. Oh. I've shifted them here. So 9,000, 12,000, 11,000, and 13,000. Now subtract all this to give you the fixed production overhead. Subtract all this to give you fixed production overhead. So fixed production overhead. So that's 64 minus 43 minus 9. So this one should give us somewhere 52. That's 12,000. And then B will be so 14,000. 18,000. And 26,000. Put all together, what do you get? And we need this. Put all this together. That should give us 70,000, right? Perfect. So the fixed cost is 70,000. Wow. The first cost is what? 70,000. So the first question I solved, the first cost was free. It was given to us for free. Yeah, look at how we fought. It is so nice for you. Yes, please. Unless they use a different scenario. They can create a different scenario in the exam question. If we call for different way, they can create a different scenario, change every year, different. So the scenario that you have, you call for it. Discuss the question. That makes the management account by performance management. Okay, so that is it. Good. We do have a question. Now let's continue to end game. But you do have the solution already. So now the variable and selling admin cost is 5% of sales revenue. Here to the same thing. All what I have to do is find 5% of what? Find 5% of sales revenue. And compare it to what? The selling and administrative cost. You can get some figure there. Do you know why we are doing this? Because you cannot flex the fixed cost. You don't flex fixed cost. You cannot change the fixed cost. It's the only variable cost that you can maneuver our way through. Okay. So kindly, yeah, I'll test for only the A. Kindly find 5% of the sales for A will be what? Then you compare it to 8,000. So 5% of 86,000 will be 5% of 86,000. That's 4,300. So the first cost will be If the total cost is 8,000, then the fixed cost is the remaining what? Balance. The fixed cost is the remaining balance. So the fixed cost is the remaining balance. So the fixed cost will be the remaining balance. The fixed cost will be the remaining balance. So let's take note of that. The fixed cost will be the remaining balance. Okay, so now we are done. If you understand this one, that's all. So here too, we have to be doing this to get a fixed component and sum them up and get a total fixed cost. How we get it? So let's find the total fixed cost over there. So therefore, there are two fixed costs here that we need to find. Okay, we get correct. I think we are free to go. First, we need to get a fixed selling and distribution. So fixed selling and administrative cost. How do you get it? 8,000 minus what? The 5% of what? 86. So A is what? Let's do it quickly. So we know that the production cost is fixed production cost is 70,000. Let's come here and find for the selling cost. So selling and admin cost here is 8,000. The variable component is 4,300. So the fixed one will be what? That will be 2,700, right? How we get it? So do the same thing for the rest of the products. You can find me the total fixed selling and variable. So total fixed and then selling cost. It's 3,700, right? Okay, so not 2,007 as I've stated there. So let's change that. If you are done with any of them, you can let me have it. I'll just write the answers. I'll just write the answers here. So that of could that be 1,004? Could that be? That of product C will be. Wow, I like this question. 6,900. Then finally, it represents 55% of sales. Oh, if I just reduce the zeros of what we find first. The last one is
435. 12,500.
so 12,500. Put all of them together. So we have there are two fixed costs here. 7,400 for C. 7,400 for C. So can we check the answer again? 7,400 for C. Okay. So 7,400 for C. 6,900. Okay, let's confirm for. Okay, see what the selling and admin is. See 12,000, right? Okay, so let's put 12,000 in there. Percent of the sales over there. We so 5,100. Okay, so 6,900. Great. Okay, so putting the total fixed cost together, this is fixed selling cost. Let's put this on fixed selling and admin cost. Total will be that will give us 24,500. Who's that? That's more percent there. Right. So the total will give us spent online. So get a total of The total is 24,500. You know why we are finding the fixed cost? Because you can't collect the fixed cost. You can't multiply by any figure. So we are done. The rest, just like we put in this. So let's go and read the last aspect, then we start the statement. All these ones are just working. Now the last note is that management is proposing to close division D on the basis of poor performance. It is believed that when division D is closed, the resources could be used to increase the revenue of division C by 40. In the new profit statement, the division C, their sales revenue must increase by 40. So division C is here to 102,000, increase it by 40%. So just multiply it by 40% and add back, or multiply by 1.4%. Okay. That's the first thing that we have to do. Second, this is where the issue is. When sales in a division increases more than 25%, like when sales of division C increases more than 25%, specific costs will increase by 20%. So what does specific cost? Specific fixed cost is what? For division C, it's 11,000, right? So kindly increase it by what? 20%. That is all. That is all. We are done. So if you increase by what? 20%, whatever you get, that is what we have to use to calculate our own. So now let's start the game. Now that we've gone through it. Okay, so let's go over that section, the last section. Let me go over the last section. Like this. It is believed that when division D is closed, the resources could be used in division C by what? 40%. So here, the sales revenue of division C is by what? 40%. When division increase more than 20%, specific fixed costs will also increase by 20%. What is the specific cost of division C? It's 11,000 here. So increase that 11,000 by what? By 20%. So that means you find 20% of 11,000. That will give us 2,200. Then add it back. So 11,000 plus 2,200. That will give us 13,200. So that means in the actual calculation, the specific fixed cost for that of division C is what? 13,200, not 11,000 that you see there. This is the aspect I wanted to probably be picking it, how they are moving in between figures, changing figures. This 25% we don't need it anywhere. That 25% quoted, we don't need it. Because it was an assumption that anytime sales increase more than 25, and here true sales have increased more than 25, but increased by 40, and 40 is more than 25. And it will increase a particular cost by 20%. So let's go to the board and I'll put some few points together. So you are now going to solve the question. What we're doing here. So just finding for the first cost. So third examiner, see, relax. First, we are calculating to shut down. So retain or close. So right here, retain or close division D on the line. So now this calculation is when they retain, right? When they retain division. So right here, retain. When they retain division, no, not retain, when they close. Retain is what we have in the question. So when they close down division D, what will be the effect? So they will have only product A, product what? B, and product what? C. Will they count? Should I add D? No, because they bought close down division B. So therefore, I'll put total here. I'll start with sales. Can you get me the sales? Sales for A and B will never change, so just copy them from the question. It's only C that I said because they are shutting down B, they will use the resource to produce more of what C. So the C will increase by 40%. So such question, just relax and then the percentage that they are giving us, you're using them. All you have to do is 8692 and B, bring them 86,000 or 92,000. Bring them. But for C, it's 102,000. I have to multiply by 1.4. What do you get? 142,800. 142,800. Okay. Then you'll be looking after the total section. You'll be getting the total for us. So total for us. So the total. Then you go to the variable cost. Less variable cost. These variable costs are two. One, you have the specific and the main variable. Or you can say less the variable cost. The variable costs are two. So the main variable cost itself, which they said is what? 50% of what? The sales revenue, right? So kindly find 50% of the sales revenue. 50% of the sales revenue, we had 43, right? So kindly record those figures. 50% of 42, we had what? 42, 92. 46,000, right? Then 50% of 42,800, now we don't have it. So that would be what? 50% of 142,800. 71,400. Okay. So 71,400. Let's put them in bracket. Then let's find the specific cost of sales or direct cost of sales. Specific what? Cost of sales. A is 9,000, right? Yes, A was 9,000, B is 11,000. I remember where we got these figures from. C is the one that I said when it increases by 25, it also increases by what? 20. B is 12,000, sorry. B is 12,000. And then C will be 13,200, agreed. Is 11,000 increased by what? 20%. So C will be 13,200. So now what is the new contribution? So contribution and then we add down. What is the contribution here? Then we are what's and another end of the game. We let the two first off from it, and then we say bye bye. The rest is for question solving. And this is someone's question. I cannot predict your own. Won't be terrible than this. Extremely terrible. That's the thing, very terrible. This is not the job and that is not the job. Means it in English. Okay. So please what they get for contribution individually. 86 minus this. And 34,000, right? What again? Another 34. Wow, I went to 34 school. So 34, 68, okay. And then 58,200, right? 58,200. 58,200. We're supposed to be providing total here, total here, total here. I need just this one. Sum 1, 2, 3 up together. What do you get? Total. You're supposed to be having total here. All the sales, they are total because we're interested in the total. So you just sum up total of these and then let's put them here. 126 200. Then tell the examiner that less what the fixed cost. So less fixed cost, less what fixed cost. The fixed cost, the first one I write is what? The production, right? Production fixed cost, we had 70. Do you remember? The one that we calculated, we had 70. Then selling and what distribution to we had selling and admin. Selling and admin. We had in fact, let me write this one also here. Sorry. Selling and admin. We had 24,000, right? 500. Can it? Yes, include the. But the 70,000 also include the. When you shut down, that's what we call it fixed cost. You cannot do away. So those fixed costs we cannot dodge them. The only fixed cost that we can dodge is what? The direct fixed cost or the fixed cost of sales or the direct cost of sales. That's the one that we ignore. The 9,000, 12,000. The D only is 13. We didn't bring it in, right? That's it. So 31,700, right? So the net profit is 31,700. So this is the net profit. Net profit 31,700. Then you compare this one to the profit before. This is when they close. What's the profit when they return? From the question, 36,000, right? So should they go ahead? Should they close or they should retain? As the question, let's go. We had 36,000 here, but we had 31,700. So from the above calculation, should they shut down or they should retain? And that's the calculation that we are interested in. Any answer for us? Friends online, from what we've calculated here. We've not submitted some figure. We've left. I've seen the sell and distribution cost, the variable one. We've left the variable one out. So you have to include that one. I would say the selling and administrative overhead, right? 5% of what? So let me add that one to it before I come to this. So I'll take off this section small. I'll come back again, okay? Come back again. I was in there was some selling and what? Selling and distribution, selling and the admin, right? Which we said is 5% of the sales revenue. So 5% of the sales revenue, all of them.
I thought we fixed selling.
No, we just looked up for that one to come for fixed revenue. We've not included it. So let's kindly add that one to it then. So 5% of the sales revenue. Okay, so the 5% of the sales revenue will be 5% of this. So 4,300. So further, we have to subtract 4,300 from this. You had 8,000. No, the 8,000 include a fixed cost, right? So we have to take off. We are interested in what? The 4,300, the variable component. We're interested in the variable component, in which they said is 5% of what? The sales revenue. So we should just be finding 5% of sales revenue. The 5% of 92,000 will be what? So 4,600. So 5,100.
Now, these are our new sales.
Which one? C is 7,140. Friends, I hope you are getting it. 7,140. Okay, so it means that we have to find another one again. So what is the profit before the fixed cost? The profit before the fixed costs. So let's see the profit before the fixed cost. So profit before the fixed cost will be but I have to give you figures and I'll give you time to come. Yes. So when you write your answer before giving it to me, this is what you have to know. You write your answer before giving me the answer. Yes, so 29,700, perfect. So I just subtracted that from this. So 29,700. Then 34 minus 4,600 give us 29,400. So 29,400. 29,400. Okay, then 58 minus 51. 5160. I'm not agree. 51 and 60, right? And you put a total, see that. Let's find a total. So the total for the trade will be this figure, this figure, this figure. Another agree. Yes, 101 and 60. Perfect. I don't agree. 101 and 60, right? Yes, this one I agree. 110 110 160. Okay. Okay, so 110 160. That will be the total. So kindly let the fixed cost from it. Let the fixed cost. The two fixed costs. Let the fixed cost. The fixed costs are that two fixed costs, right? There are two fixed costs. One was 70,000 and one was what? 24,500. So the net profit, and this is production, and this is what? This is selling and admin. Then this one is 15,660. So 15,000. Let's go down it. 15,660. It's still, it does not change the decision, eh? It's the same decision. So good. So therefore 16,000. Oh, that part is not coming. Wow. Yes, the profit is not coming. So kindly jot it down. So that is the profit. The profit has dropped, right? Meanwhile, before, if they should retain their profit is what? 36,000. They should shut down what? 15,000. So what will be the decision? They should do what? They should shut down. The for this sentence is retain, it is shut down. And that one depends on your calculation. You can't come and take us. You not come and calculation now. There's shut down, there's retain. No. So that is, let's look at the B part of the question to end again. Identify 4 qualitative factors that should be considered in taking such decisions. So if you want to shut down or if you want to retain, what are the 4 factors to be considered? So 4 factors to be considered. Good, so retain. So what are the 4 factors? Look at it like a question. It's a qualitative. Qualitative, don't come and talk about profit here. If you say they should consider profit is out of the game, this is what we call quantitative. If you quality means now we put the monetary value aside and look at the future, the attributes that make the thing worse or that make the thing good. So now go extra, put the profit aside and go extra. So before you retain or before you shut down, they say decisions. So before you retain or before you shut down, what are the qualitative factors before you shut down? Good. So now you have to look at whether it will not infringe or it will not abrogate any contract, or whether you will not, because some of the products, if you stop producing them, if you enter into a contract with someone to supply those products, if you stop producing it, you will get some damage. You have to consider that. Where it is not compulsory, mandatory for you to produce that. Those one can't shut down. For instance, realize that when you look at so the entire country easily said that they are shutting down. They are not going to produce. The electricity company of the entire country is going down. No. Someone, whether making us or not, we could and producing it for us. Yes. So that's it. Factor number 2, customer loyalty. Maybe that's the product that gives you your best name, but just like giving you consistent losses. Customer loyalty. You want to be loyal to your customers, and then they develop a strong taste for such product. You abrogate it or you closing it can you shutting down such product can let you lose your customer loyalty. And goodwill, yeah. Someone also mentioned goodwill, yes. The goodwill have to consider like the name that the product have created for you, the reputation of that product. Yes, some of the product has let you go high, but it's still low profits. So that is, so these are the factors that have to count. How many you have so far? Let's look at the remaining ones quickly. Then we get okay. So 1. Consider the effect on the shutdown on the other departments and the company as a whole. Other department or the company as a whole. Consider the shutdown, the effect of the shutdown, the other department, and then the company as a whole. If it shall not happen to your company. Now consider the long-term prospect other than the short-term challenges. After we consider long-term prospect, check the long-term, the future profit that is awaiting you. Don't compare that one to just today's loss. No. We are saying consider the long-term prospect as against what short-term challenges. So that's, you can put that one down. Long-term prospect as against what short-term what challenges. Very good. Now, also you have to consider whether you're going to replace this product, and if yes, what will be the cost of replacing this product? So consider whether this product will be replaced. Some they shut down and bring new one. Some they shut down, they don't bring any one. So consider that whether you're going to replace this product. And if you're going to replace this product, have you considered the potential cost you're going to incur to bring this product on board? Good. And then the last one that I'll talk about is consider the social impact of the closure in the community. Social impact. Maybe this product is saving your vicinity. So you shut it down costs a lot to the community. So social impact of the closure in the community. How many do you have so far? How many? 5. 5. Or should be more than 5. So I've gotten 5 now. Should be around 8. Should be around 8. Let me add last one please. Consider the idle resource that may not have been immediate deployment. Consider the idle resource that may not have immediate deployment. Some of the resources will be idle because when you shut down, some of the specific items that you should produce will be idle. So we are saying that consider the idle resource that may not have immediate deployment or immediate use. Immediate use. So take note of that. So these are some few factors that you have to consider before shutting down or closing a division. Okay, so that's all. That's the end of this particular question. Now let me give a trial work, please. I'll pick this one, I'll pick them. The trial work will be, please, you are solving question 3A. Question 3A, so you can pen them down. Okay, let's go to, oh, you have 7, right? Friends online, they have 7, but friends in person have 4. Wow. What makes the difference? Let's go through the trial work. Please, this one I'll take it. Question 3 is yours. You're doing the A. You're doing question 3A. Going for 10 marks. Question 3B is still ending. It's coming from the old previous lecture. So can question 4, so don't try question 4 again, unless you want to redo it again. Then question 5, yes, is yours. Question 5 is yours, and that's all. So therefore, we are doing question 3 and 5. In the next meeting, I also go over some few aspects. 1, linear programming. 2, high and low. 3, pricing. 4, relevant cost. If I do these ones, then I think we've covered full section. So thank you very much for coming. Okay, please, and please again, subscribe to the channel if you have not done that. And kindly share the links to your friends. Let them also benefit from our materials. Okay. See you in the next lecture. Bye.